The ocean weighed heavy above him. Even with walls of steel between Haddock and the abyss, he could feel it pressing down. The black water, endless and cold, reminding him with every step that this base was nothing more than a fragile lung at the bottom of the sea. He wasn't used to it. He doubted he ever would be. The corridors stretched long and narrow, their pipes and bulkheads humming with the constant pulse of machinery. The air smelled recycled, tinged with oil and disinfectant. Haddock's boots clanged against the deck plates, each sound sharp in the silence. He carried his helmet under one arm, his shoulders stiff, eyes flicking to every hiss of air valves, every groan of the pressure seals. Some of the veterans here moved like the base was home. Haddock wasn't there yet. He'd only seen the place in pieces, the barracks, the mess, the hangar. It still felt temporary, like the walls might buckle if he leaned too hard on them. The lab door waited ahead, heavier than the others, its seals reinforced with layers of alloy. It opened with a hydraulic hiss, spilling sterile light into the corridor and cutting harsh lines across the floor. Inside, the laboratory buzzed with quiet life, monitors humming, refrigeration units whining, specimen tanks lit in pale blue. At the center of it all lay what they'd dragged from the last mission. The corpses were stretched under containment sheeting, strange outlines faintly visible beneath. Isla was bent over a workstation, scribbling notes, her lab coat hanging loose on her shoulders. Her dark hair was tied back, but loose strands clung to her face in the harsh light. She barely looked up when Haddock entered, only muttering, "About time." Oakley stood on the other side of the table, arms folded, his gaze locked on the shrouds. He was calmer in posture, but Haddock caught the tension in his jaw, the way his eyes lingered on the remains as if expecting them to move. "You wanted me here," Haddock said, voice rough in the sterile air. "So talk." Isla set her pen down, finally meeting his eyes. "We've started breaking them down, cataloging biology, tissue, organs. They're efficient, streamlined in ways human anatomy isn't." She pulled a corner of the sheeting back. A pale gray limb was revealed, skin like wax, mottled with faint green veins. The circulatory system isn't singular. Redundant vessels branch and reconnect. Even damaged, the body forces blood into alternate paths. Harder to kill than they look. Oakley added quietly, "Wounds we'd expect to be fatal aren't. Unless you hit something critical, they keep going." Haddock stared. The arm looked human enough in shape, but wrong in every detail. Too smooth, too still. And the brain? Isla tapped her notes. Complex, enlarged cortex, reduced limbic structures. It suggests high cognition, but maybe less instinct, more calculation. Their eyes, she pointed to a sealed tray where a head rested under glass, are tuned for low light. Their pupils widen to drink in darkness, adapted for the deep ocean. They're predators, Haddock. That's what they're built for. She moved to another tray, revealing what looked like a weapon. Smooth, organic, its casing was a dull bronze green, its surface etched with faint ridges. This was taken from one of them. It's not metal, some form of biocomposite, almost like coral or bone shaped into a tool. We think it projects energy, sonic waves maybe, but we haven't been able to activate it. It feels alive. Haddock scowled. Alive? She nodded. Its structure isn't static. Under the microscope, parts of it shift, slowly, but they move, like it was grown, not built. The silence that followed was heavy. Oakley broke it, his tone low, measured. They're not just soldiers. They're carrying pieces of their ecosystem with them. Weapons, bodies, all extensions of the same design. Haddock exhaled through his nose, turning his gaze back to the shrouded corpse. It was one thing to shoot them in the dark, another to see them laid out like this, reduced to flesh and tissue. Somehow, it was worse. "Any good news?" he asked, his voice flat. Isla didn't answer right away. Her hand lingered on the edge of the shroud, fingers pale against the translucent material. Finally, she said, "They bleed." But even she didn't sound convinced. The intercom cut in with a harsh crackle. Then the siren hit. A metallic howl tore through the base, shrill and merciless, making Haddock flinch despite himself. Red warning lights pulsed along the walls, flooding the lab with jagged shadows. The corpses seemed to twitch in the strobe, skin shining under the flash. The intercom barked over the alarm. "Unidentified object detected. Possible alien landing. Deployment order in effect. Trident team to bay. Trident team, report now." Haddock's chest tightened. His body moved before thought caught up. He locked his helmet into place with a sharp twist, the seals hissing shut. Isla opened her mouth, something urgent in her eyes, but the wail of the siren swallowed her words. Oakley put a hand on her shoulder, holding her back as Haddock turned toward the door. He didn't look back. His boots pounded the deck plates, joining the thunder of other soldiers pouring into the corridor. The bass throbbed with urgency, the klaxon hammering in his skull. The hangar doors loomed ahead. And there it was, the Trident, waiting, its hull glistening under the emergency lights, its ramp lowering like an open jaw. Haddock's pulse raced. The sea was calling them back, and whatever waited out there in the black wasn't finished yet.
That is the end for this one. Make sure you come back for more, and like and subscribe. See you soon.